What's up, guys? Just got done finishing some lunch and we're back at it. All right. So this particular video was sent to me by an individual who's a legendary GOAT in the game, none other than Colonel Von Wilson of Copper Moonshine Steels. Now, what's interesting is in this particular article that he sent me, this credit goes to a guy by the name of Paul J. John Hansen. His website is pauljjhansen.com. This particular article is then / the letter P =1117. It is titled, Officer, This is Not a Firearm as a Matter of Law. Okay. Now, I could easily do probably about oh my God, it's a pretty long article. Reading through this, probably take about 30 or 40 minutes to break everything down and go through it. So I'm positively not going to go through it, but I will show you guys a little bit about it. I read through it. It's a very good article backed by laws and codes that they use. So once again, we're just using their own stuff. I do not know this person, so I'm not condoning whether they're good, bad, this, that. But the reason why, not only because it was a recommendation from Copper Moonshine Stills, but I noticed when scrolling through, it says military flag with the gold fringe. They are in all courts, as a potential reading thing that this person is also wrote on. And then as I scroll down on the left side here, there's a lot more interesting things. So without further ado, let's take a look at the article. We're going to kind of skim through and I will let you guys check it out. If I remember when I upload the file, I will put the link down below or somewhere where you guys can find it. If not, well, you guys know how to find it. So, okay. So credit to Paul John. I guess you can contact the guy right here. Services, products. So we'll take a look at some of this. We just want to kind of get to the main thing. So, officer, this is not a firearm, it's a matter of law. As a matter of law, or a matter of written law, a firearm is specifically a sawed-off shotgun with a barrel of less than 18 inches and an overall length of 26 inches, or a sawed-off rifle with a barrel less than 16 inches and an overall length of 26 inches, or a machine gun, or a gun equipped with a silencer that's it. The rest are not regulated. What? Okay. I also believe that this regulation only applies territorially on state land and not applicable to non-U.S. lands. So state land, meaning not everywhere in the area, but land that is owned by just the state. Okay, you have to pay attention to the words. So hold up. This might be a little longer of a video than I don't know. Matter of fact, I don't even know if I should go into what I'm thinking now. So let me put my disclaimers, as I have all my files on my YouTube and on my channel and website and everything else. This is education and entertainment purpose only, not to be construed as anything more than that. You do with the information as you see fit. Everything here is just conjecture at this point in time. This specific video now is conjecture, open thoughts, open forum. So wow. Okay. So amongst us in the background, we've had a debate about where the Constitution says you have the right to bear arms. Now, what is an arm? To bear an arm, to reveal, hold, show, fashion an arm. Well, an arm can really be any weapon whatsoever. Now, we know that more so they meant a chitty bang bang, fang, the grip, the heater, the blick, whatever you guys want to call it, clock stopper, Kool-Aid pack, whatever, you get it. Okay. So the Constitution, from my thoughts, is that means that under constitutional, you have the right to constitutional carry and to protect yourself of whatever is carryable to protect oneself with an arm. But an arm, as mentioned in the Constitution, is different from my perspective than a firearm. And this article apparently just is kind of commingling with that. Because an arm to me would be something that is made at home by yourself, or something that is non-serialized, non-registered more so. Because when you buy one from the store, which is controlled by the GOV and the alcohol, fire, tobacco arm, blah, blah, blah. Then the pistol itself is made to their specifics that they might have patents on, we don't know, or maybe they're privately made and then, okay, but then they're serialized and registered as the GOV's property. So they put it together, so that's a benefit. And then you have the privilege of going and getting one if you prove to them that you are, in fact, a U.S. citizen, meaning in their jurisdiction. Hence why they didn't, give me the information I requested through a FOIA on how to obtain one privately. Well, either you know how to make one or you know how to obtain one privately. Not going to go into that here. So when they slap on the word fire to it, it has changed from being just an arm, something you could have privately under Constitution, into something that's now registered, a firearm, which is their property. Now, how to make one private or how to put it into the private, that's a discussion for the private. But in general, what they're saying here is that unless your device, whether it's an arm or a firearm, and depending on where it's used or held or operated, if it doesn't meet the description mentioned, then it's not a firearm. So my hypothetical question, if this information is accurate, then would be, with the term firearm, because that's what they use, then that means that most people who have said devices are operating it under a false pretense because it is not, in fact, a firearm. Which then makes me ponder, if this information is accurate, if you use it, and we'll just say accused of said things, could one raise the potential that that scenario is then fraud, because by definition, the firearm does not fit the device that has been used. Now that's not up to me to decide. That's up to the courts, maybe even the federal court, even the Supreme Court. But let's go back to screen share and get back over there. Let's see what else we can just peruse. I was actually going to make this a really short one, but now that you've caught my attention, let's kind of skim through. So if you know someone that has been prosecuted for having a firearm, we can have the case vacated as a matter of law. Now, see, I was trying to find a nice way to say that, but dang, bro, you're just going to put it out there. All right. This is not me. This is not me. I'm just reading here. You have to do your own research. You can go to this man's blog here, pauljjhansen.com/P equals 1117. Read it for yourself and come up with your own determination. I'm not here to, not a lawyer, a liar, nor a licensed attorney. If you want legal, whatever, find a legal person for that. I operate as a private person and operates as an attorney in fact and a diplomat of Levitica and possibly soon in the future, Ladonia. So this is just an educational discussion. So let's go on. The legal definition of a firearm is only 4 items, all of which are modified, not standard, not off the shelf, and off-the-shelf pistol, rifle, and shotguns are not firearms as defined below. You must read the footnote section mentioned below to understand the rules. Okay. This matters because the so-called gun confiscation is not on standard pistols, rifles, and shotguns. I read all of those recent acts, including Connecticut, and they are all specifically mentioned firearms, which virtually nobody owns. Its intent was to prevent the concealment of long arms during the alcohol prohibition era when gangs were violent, predominantly sawed-off shotguns. Let's keep going. This is a similar ruse to the so-called Gold Confiscation Act in 1933. When you read the footnotes under the definitions, it only applied to the federal zone called the District of Columbia, not applicable to in the 50 states of the Union. Now, we did talk about that a little bit. Oh, this man's got some fire. I might have to have him on the show. Rarely am I so impressed, Skid Saw, by someone with such knowledge. Shall we endeavor to have him on the show? Shall we? I had to cut your jib, son. Might have to see if you want to come on the Badwolf channel. All right. And I suspect upon land in each of the 50 districts, because remember, we own the land, okay? Where land is owned under the styled name, the United States of America. Okay, so remember, DC owns DC and only DC, unless it's a territory, okay? Meaning anywhere where they use the zip code and it's a federal district then, okay? So the National Firearms Act of 1934, this is still the controlling legislation. Well, if they see this video, they're gonna be changing it soon. That's all I'm gonna say. ATF defines the following in 27 CFR 479.11. And for the love of God, whatever this man's offering, you guys have to contact him. I do not do any of that. Maybe it's a service that this guy provides for set occurrences, events, cases, or whatever else. Contact them, but I'm just here to read. I thought it was interesting. Now I see why I was sent this. The IRS defines in 26 USC 5845 comes from the 1934 National Firearms Act, and so on with Cornell Law EDU. And Title 18 USC 921. Correct. Okay, and then he's got some grand jury definitions of firearms. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay. Definition under 26 USC 5845 definitions. Any other weapon. Okay, it's got a lot. Woo, 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 woo. This is a pretty clear definition, and it will get clear as this article proceeds. Interestingly, interstate commerce and foreign commerce are redefined just for Chapter 44. For use within the 44, they are no longer two separate items, but have been combined into one legal term. 18 USC 921, subsection 2. The term interstate or foreign commerce includes commerce between any place in a state and any place outside of that state, okay, or within any possession of the United States, okay, not including the Canal Zone, or the District of Columbia. But such term does not include commerce between places within the same state, but throughout any places outside of that state. The term state includes the District of Columbia, the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico, and the possessions of the United States. Okay, so he's talking about why they changed the definition. So here, there's state jurisdiction, and then there's federal jurisdiction. Okay. Now, we also know that there's private. They're not talking about it here, but you have the right to privacy. That is in itself a jurisdiction. This is where people sometimes don't understand it. They think it's all the same. Nope. State jurisdiction, federal jurisdiction, because the federal jurisdiction is one entity. The state is another. That's why there's a difference between state courts, lower stuff, and the upper federal courts. And then, of course, you have your private jurisdiction. There's also contract law and all that other good stuff. All jurisdiction, guys. So I haven't wrapped my head all the way around it, but depending on one's scenario or situation, one could argue who has jurisdiction over the particular event that you might have gone through. That's all I'm going to say. Territorial jurisdiction. The federal government cannot define a crime that would take place within a state of the Union. Some gem drops here. Because the U.S. has no police powers in a state of the Union. The Constitution does not grant the federal government any authority to assist the states of the Union in combating crime. It may regulate interstate commerce unless it's taken place on federal property. The rule of the presumption of possession. Huh. All right, all right. Apparently, the potential original article of this comes from originalintent.org/chapter 44 .h or SHTML. So once again, guys, this goes into jurisdiction of things. So let's see. He's got something here on warrants. City prosecutors retire when challenged. Oh, this guy might have to have him on here. We don't have to see. Oh, yeah. There's some goodies he's got going on, guys. Wow. I'm not. Yeah, buddy. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna have to open up a whole nother page. Wow. Okay. So this guy, he's got some stuff here. Now remember, as always, guys, vet your information. But if you need, you know, at least it gives you a place to start. So I'm just checking him out here. Oh, he's in Texas, down by Floyd's. All right. Well, I don't know if he's still around, or if he's still. There's a lot of. I'm gonna have to read a lot on this guy. Holy smokes, he's got some jazz. Okay, so I'm going to email him and see if he's interested in chatting. I like to learn new things. That's why it was funny when some of the people people hit me up every day for free info. I don't do this. I mean, I don't mind a question or two here or there, but I can't guide you every day. Sorry, it's not how it works. Get your questions together and do a consultation. It's annoying. Okay. Okay. All right, so that is it. I'm just composing a quick little email here, Mr. Paul. All right, I won't bore you guys with the details, but yeah, I'm just gonna send him that. So that's it, guys. Lots of fire information. I'm gonna spend some time checking out his other articles, and that's about it. So I will talk to you guys later. Go out there and get that knowledge. Badwolf's out. Bell, like, subscribe if you don't mind, and be ever so kind. Please rewind. Talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Now that all the normal people are gone, worship my crystal, my pink quartz crystal. Oh, still recording. No, nothing to see here. Rewind the last 30 seconds. Delete it.